Hey, after living with this display day in and day out for weeks, I can tell you exactly what it feels like when your screen finally stops holding you back and starts pulling you into every moment instead of trudging along behind you. The Samsung 55 inches Odyssey Ark 2nd Gen is for the kind of person who pays attention to experience, someone who's already noticed when visuals feel flat, when transitions lag, when multitasking feels cramped, or when a screen just doesn't feel alive. Before anything else, take a beat and check the current price and stock, because monitors like this with flagship level immersion and performance don't stick around long, and you don't want to be wishing you jumped on it later. You've had that moment, you boot up a new game or a big creative session and your monitor just doesn't feel right. Maybe colors feel washed out, maybe motion looks soft, maybe your workflow feels boxed in because you don't have enough room to see everything at once. That's the feeling of compromise, and it's unmistakable. You didn't put it into words at first, you just felt it. That's when you knew it was time for something that actually keeps up with what you want to do, not just what your old screen could manage. Once you switch to this Ark 2nd Gen every day, the difference isn't just technical, it's emotional. You stop squinting at corners, you stop resizing windows, you stop mentally apologizing to yourself for a display that doesn't keep pace with what you expect. Games don't just run, they envelop you. Workspaces don't just open, they expand beneath you. Your eyes don't chase content, content unfolds around you. That's not small comfort, that's confidence in every session. In real-life use, it shows up everywhere. The 1000R curve pulls you into stories instead of leaving them at arm's length. 165Hz makes motion feel crisp and decisive rather than blurry or hesitant. HDR10 Plus isn't just colorful, it's alive, with contrast that feels deep and natural instead of flat and washed out. Multi-view doesn't just add windows, it organizes them in a way that finally feels intuitive. Whether you're gaming, creating, streaming, or juggling dashboards, it feels like your space just works. What you feel isn't the raw spec sheet, it's responsiveness that feels instantaneous, color that feels true, space that feels abundant, and motion that feels alive. That's the moment you stop thinking about your hardware and just do your thing, and once you live with that, anything less feels like compromise. Now, let's be real, waiting for some hypothetical price drop or holding out for another model usually just means watching the screen you actually wanted slip away or shift in price. That hesitation is the kind that turns into regret when you're still wrestling with limitations you've already outgrown. If you're wondering whether this is too much display, let me reframe that immersive workspace isn't overkill. It's freedom. Freedom from window juggling. Freedom from missed details. Freedom from the nagging thought that your gear isn't matching your vision. That's not extra, that's fulfillment. Every time you sit down, you'll feel this, your worlds feel immersive and expansive, your multitasking feels intuitive and effortless, your games feel crisp, fast, and alive, your content feels rich and accurate, your setup finally feels like yours in a couple realities. It's not built for minimal, basic tasks only, it's not the kind of cheap compromise display. Eventually, the endless comparison loop just stops, and you choose the display that already felt right the moment you saw it. So check the current price and stock now, make that decision with confidence, and don't let this be one of those upgrades you look back on wishing you'd made sooner. If you want performance that feels natural every time you power it up, this is your moment.